Hi everyone, my name is Abhiraj Garakapati. Welcome to my YouTube channel Amazing Abhi. Open the video by telling viewers that this deck is a complete solo leveling roadmap. We will move from Season 1 to Season 2, then into projected Seasons 3 and 4, and finally cover the extras like recap episodes, movies, side stories, and the bridge toward Ragnarok. The key promise is simple. By the end, the audience will know which anime episodes match which manhwa chapters and which story arcs. Explain the whole franchise in one simple timeline. Seasons 1 and 2 were confirmed anime. Seasons 3 and 4 are projected classifications based on the remaining manhwa story. The extension covers chapters 180 to 200, which are side stories after the main ending. Ragnarok should not be treated as Season 5 of the original anime. It is the sequel era focused on Sung Suho. This is an important trust slide. Tell the audience that the first 2 seasons are anime confirmed, while future seasons are our clean adaptation roadmap. This keeps the video accurate. Also mention that Beyond the System has been announced as an anime movie, but the exact chapters have not been officially confirmed, so any placement for that movie is an educated story-based guess. Season 1 is the origin story. It starts with Jinwoo as the weakest hunter and ends with him becoming something completely new. The first major hook is the double dungeon. Then the system turns his life into a survival game. The middle part proves he is no longer helpless, because he survives betrayal, fights other hunters, and slowly stops relying on anyone else. The season ends perfectly with the job change arc, where the word arise tells us that Jinwoo's real story has just begun. For the first half of Season 1, explain Jinwoo's transformation step by step. Episode 1 and 2 are survival horror. Episode 3 is the turning point where the system begins. Episode 4 gives the first real leveling progress. Episodes 5 and 6 are important because Jinwoo faces human betrayal. He is no longer just fighting monsters. He learns that the hunter world itself can be cruel. For the second half of Season 1, the story moves from survival to identity. Jinwoo is no longer asking if he can live, he is asking how far he can go. The Kang Taeshik fight shows his hidden strength, the Jinho raids show his growth speed, and the job change quest gives him his real direction. End this slide by saying that Season 1 does not simply make Jinwoo stronger, it gives him the path of the Shadow Monarch. Before we move ahead, please take a second to like on this video. A like tells me that you enjoyed this topic. Your support helps Amazing Abhi grow naturally. Season 2 is where Jinwoo becomes impossible to ignore. The Red Gate shows that he is beyond the level everyone expected. Demon Castle gives him a deeply personal goal, saving his mother. The Hunters Guild dungeon shows his shadow army in front of elite hunters. Then Jeju Island becomes the huge public turning point. By the end, Jinwoo is no longer Korea's secret weapon. He is a global force. The first half of Season 2 is all about scale. Jinwoo is not only stronger than before, he is now operating at a level that confuses other hunters. The Red Gate proves his survival ability, Demon Castle proves his personal determination, and the High Orc battle shows his shadow army in a way that changes how other people see him. The second half of Season 2 gives viewers both emotional reward and huge spectacle. Jinwoo saves his mother, then the story immediately escalates into Jeju Island. The Ant King fight is the season's peak because the whole world sees what Jinwoo can do. The final episode is important because it points directly to the next part, guild creation, international attention, and the hidden truth behind the system. For Season 3, make clear that this is projected. The cleanest adaptation after Season 2 begins with Ajin Guild, then gives the double dungeon enough room, because that arc reveals the system's purpose. After that, Japan Crisis expands Jinwoo's fame across the world, and International Guild Conference moves the story into the Monarch conflict. This season would work because it ends right before the full Monarch's War begins. This slide is the detailed Season 3 episode-to-chapter roadmap. The main message is that Season 3 is not just more action. It answers the mystery of the system, then expands the story globally. The Double Dungeon arc is the key emotional and lore turning point, while Japan Crisis and the International Guild Conference make Jinwoo a world-level figure. Before the Monarch's War begins, Season 4 would finish the original main story. It begins with monarchs openly attacking and ends with Jinwoo making the biggest sacrifice of the series. The emotional center is not just power, It is Jinwoo choosing to save the world even if that world forgets him. This season closes Sung Jinwoo's main rise and prepares the audience for the quieter side stories. This is the projected Season 4 episode chapter map. Tell viewers that the season would work best as a finale. The Monarch's War reveals the true conflict behind the gates. The final battle introduces Antares and the Dragon Army. The epilogue gives a peaceful world, but Jinwoo carries all memories alone. That bittersweet ending is why the story stays memorable. Before we move ahead, please take a second to share on this video. Sharing helps this video reach friends who may also enjoy anime, gaming, travel, cricket, chess, career basics, or personal stories. Your support helps Amazing Abhi grow naturally. This slide helps the audience understand what is essential and what is extra. Episode 7.5 is a recap. Reawakening is mainly a recap plus transition into Season 2. Beyond the System is an announced anime movie, but exact chapter coverage is not confirmed. Chapters 180 to 200 are the side stories and act as the emotional extension after the finale. Ragnarok is the sequel generation, focused on Sung Suho. If the side stories are adapted, they could work as a special, OVA set, or a short mini-season. These chapters are not about huge battles. They are about closure. Jinwoo finally gets peace, builds a life with Hee-in, and becomes a father. But Suho's inherited power quietly opens the door toward Ragnarok. This is the practical recommendation slide. Viewers always ask, where do I continue after the anime? After Season 1, go to around Chapter 46. After Season 2, go to around Chapter 111. If future Season 3 ends at the International Guild Conference, continue around Chapter 150. After the main finale, read Chapters 180 to 200 for side stories, then move into Ragnarok. Close the video with the simplest summary. Season 1 is Jinwoo's beginning. Season 2 is his global reveal. Season 3 would explain the system and expand the war. Season 4 would finish the monarch conflict and the final battle. The extension gives closure and sets up Suho. Ragnarok is the sequel, not just another numbered season. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and subscribe to Amazing Abhi. Subscribing makes sure you do not miss the next video, and it gives me motivation to keep improving the quality of every upload. Thank you for being here, and I will see you in the next one.